Hey guys, welcome to today's video. So today I'm so excited. Today we're going to be doing my favorite makeup look. This is the makeup look I've been doing throughout the summer a little bit, and I've been tweaking like a little bit of products here and there. Now that summer's kind of coming to an end, I'm fully back to doing this complete makeup. So I already have my skin prepped. Now let's get right into the makeup. For a brow pencil, I have been absolutely loving the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. This one is in the shade 2.5, and I have tried, I think, the shade 2, and that one seemed to be a little bit too dark for my brow hairs. And when I tried shade 2, shade 2.5, because they were out of shade 2, shade 2.5 is a little bit better for the color of my brows. So I'm first going to start by brushing up the brow hairs. Then I'm just going to fill them in. I'm also really liking the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz, but I don't know, there's something about the Precisely My Brow Pencil that is so much better. I mean, the Brow Wiz is really great too. I don't know, I just really like this one. Okay, then I'm actually going to blend the pencil a little bit with the spoolie. Now I'm actually not going to start on the eyes. I am going to start on the eyes, but I'm not going to do the eyeshadow just yet. I just want to prep the eye. I'm going to take a little bit of concealer, and to prep the eye, I didn't use any eye primer. I just used some eye cream on the brow bone and on the under eye area. So that's pretty much my eye prep. So right now I'm taking my Natasha Denona Hy-glam concealer in the shade Y1, and I'm just carving out the brows first. Then what I like to do is I like to drag the concealer down on the lid to cancel out any discoloration on the lids. So I am actually going to do my complexion first. I just wanted to get the eyes prepped a little bit more. I am going to set the lids right now. So I'm going to take my Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Powder. This one is in the color Cherry Blossom. I'm just going to set the concealer with my Nikki La Rose and BK Beauty N14 brush. Now that the eyes are nice and prepped, we can move on to complexion. So for the foundation that I've been absolutely loving to use is the Dior Backstage Face and Body Foundation. This one is in the shade Perfect Shade Match for me. I absolutely love it. It's my new favorite foundation, and it is amazing. So the brush that I'm going to be using with the foundation is the Nikki La Rose and BK Beauty the N17 brush. I'm going to pour some of this out, or squeeze some of this out on the back of my hand, and then I'm going to pick it up. And I like to start kind of in the center of the face, kind of like in stippling motions. And then once I get out on the outer perimeter of the face, I start doing sweeping motions. Pick up a little bit more for the forehead. Right now the foundation's done. Actually, there's one spot where I see. There's one thing that I've definitely have learned from Nikki La Rose is to do contour first rather than concealer first. I mean, sometimes I do use concealer for blemishes. That's actually what I'm going to do right now because I have a little bit of blemishes that I want to cover up. I'm going to use the pointy end of the wand to apply the concealer. I'm just going to let that sit for a few seconds. Right now I'm going to take my Nikki La Rose and BK Beauty the N16 brush and press the concealer in. Okay, now we can actually go to contouring and bronzing. So like I was saying earlier, I learned this from Nikki La Rose to do bronzing and contouring first, and then kind of using concealer as like a cleanup thing or like a carving out. That's what I've been absolutely loving to do. So I'm going to take the Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt Shaping Stick. This is in the shade Light. And I'm going to go a little bit higher than I normally do for contouring. I'm really liking to do contouring like that now. It's like my favorite way to contour. I'm going to contour the sides of the nose. I'm going to go along the hairline of the forehead, under the bottom lip. And that's pretty much all the places I normally contour. Now I'm going to take a contouring brush. This is the Morphe and Ariel brush number A58. I'm just going to start blending in the contour. I've been using a little bit of a different brush for blending in my nose contour. I'm going to use the e.l.f. blending brush to blend in my nose contour. Now we're going to take my Natasha Denona Hy-glam concealer again. We are going to place this in the highlighting areas. I'm going to do a tiny bit on the nose and kind of like right here and right there. I'm going to go back to the N16 brush to blend the highlight or the concealer. I like to kind of go and bring this down by the side of the nose, kind of really clean up the nose contour on the side of the nose. I'm also going to blend in the nose highlight and then on the forehead, cupid's bow, and chin. And what I like to do with my foundation brush, I'm going to take the lighter fiber side of the brush and just kind of melt the concealer, the edge of the concealer into the contour. Okay, for blush, this is actually one of my favorite blushes. I stopped using it for a while and now I'm using it again and I love it. This is the e.l.f. Camo Liquid Blush. This one is in the shade Dusty Rose. So what I like to do is I'm going to take it kind of like right in here. I'm just going to apply just a small amount of it right there. And I put a small amount of it on the nose as well. That might have been a little too much. Then I'm going to take the Nikki Rose and BK Beauty, the N17 brush again, lighter fiber side to blend in this blush. And then also nose as well. Again, that was a little too much blush on the nose. Okay, next, let's start setting everything. So I'm going to take my Huda Beauty Easy Big Loose Powder. This one, again, is in is in Cherry Blossom. Actually, no. Before we set everything, I'm going to do my first round of setting spray. I'm going to take the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter setting spray. Then what I like to do is I'm going to take my portable fan thing just to dry it. Now we can go ahead and set everything. So I'm going to take the Nikki Rose and BK Beauty, the N14 brush, and first make sure that there's no creasing on the under eye area, and then I can start setting under eye area and the T-zone. Now I'm going to set the blush. I have been absolutely loving this shade in particular from the Milani Rose Powder Blush. This is in the shade Tea Rose. I'm going to use the darker fiber side of the N17 to set the blush. For setting the contour, I like to use a powder bronzer. So I'm going to take the Patrick Ta Cream Powder and Contour Duo. This is in the shade She's Statuesque. Again, I'm going to use the powder side to set the contour. Then I'm also going to set the nose contour. Now we are up close for the eye look. So the eyeshadow palette that I've been absolutely loving to use for this for this eye look is, oops, it's up down, the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes Neutrals eyeshadow palette. I love this eyeshadow palette. This is the eyeshadow palette that I've been using like crazy. It's my favorite. It's so good. Okay, so we're first going to use the shade number 4. I'm going to use the Sigma A30 pencil brush. So I'm going to start kind of like in the inner of the eye and then kind of work my way out into the outer part. And I'm going to drag it out just a little bit. Next, I'm going to take the same shade and apply it really close to the lash line. Next, I'm going to take the Sephora smudger brush. And we're going to take the same shade and apply this to the lower lash line. But I kind of want to do that in between the lashes. Next, I'm going to take the black shade in the palette. I'm actually going to move my mirror closer. Oh, and this is the Sigma Small Angle brush, the E65. I'm going to place this right along the lashes, kind of like super close. Now I'm going to take the smudger brush again, and I'm going to use this shade. I'm going to kind of flick it out. I just like to use my finger to clean up the edges a little bit. Okay, now for mascara. The perfect mascara that I thought would be perfect for this look is the Tower 28 mascara, but in the shade Drift. I love using a brown mascara for this look. It just looks so soft. I love it. Now we're going to go back to the highlighter that we used on the face. I'm actually going to use it. I did add shimmer sometimes to this look on the lids. I feel like it doesn't really need a lot of shimmer on the eyes. Alright, for a lip liner, I'm going to take the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in Anywhere Walnut. And of course, I'm going to overline my lips just a bit and kind of round out my Cupid's bow. Now what I like to do is I'm going to take the smudger brush that we used and just smudge the line a little bit. Actually, let's take a clean brush that we can use. I'm just taking a blending brush. And I'm going to take what's left over from the N14 brush to set the lip liner. Then we're going to take one of my favorite shades from the Huda Beauty Effortless lipsticks. This is in the shade Peony. I thought this shade would go perfect with this look. For the finishing touches, I'm going to take the Milani Super Lock Brow Glue. I don't know how I feel about this one yet because it's only my second time using it. So far, I really like it. I don't know. It really made my brows stay for a long time, which I really do like. And then lastly, we are going to use the One Size Until Dawn setting spray. Absolutely love how this makeup look turned out. This is definitely a makeup look that I do love to use or do for an everyday look. So I hope you all enjoyed today's video and see you guys in the next one. Bye!